to say something real quick before we get into all this. But all the work to do now is for next year, so you guys get after your stuff. In group coaching, business planning groups this week, you know, in agents that were doing 8 or more transactions, there was 15 in one group. And they all had between 60 and 100% of their business last year came from people they already knew. So write your business cards, or your Christmas cards, write your personal notes. That's the gauge this time of year. And then you'll have something closing in January and February. So don't take your foot off that pedal as much as you want to have a good time for the holidays. You know, it's just too good of stuff to do right now. It's such a prime time for you to contact people you know. Any other positive stories?
We closed this morning. We're closing 687 Calabasas. You guys know what's interesting about that is that there's a spring. That's the water source, and as you know, most lenders accept springs, but the appraiser has to say that it's common and typical and get comps. So we had to do a lot of research to make that deal work. But then, so yesterday the insurance came in wrong, too high, wrong terms. So about 4:15, they finally got that sorted out. And while my funder was waiting for the insurance to come over, she walks up to me and she hands me the funding check. So I go outside to take it down to First American Title, but my truck's in the shop. I had my bike that day, so I got on my bike. I book it down to First American. I go in the door, I hand her the check, and she said, "Oh, you put your bike down here." She said,
I love it. Ty did a great job. They closed their purchase 2 years before he closed ours, so it was back to back. Down to the wire, and you did it, so thank you.
That's great.
"Thank you."
Jeff and I are going to close on 570 Sand Dollar. We were on the market for a while, and we got an all-cash offer 14 days. Went back and forth with the buyer's agent. He was a real pain in the neck. He wanted warranties on a bunch of stuff. It was ridiculous. But anyway, so we're going to close next Tuesday.
Yay.
More positive stories? Yes?
I closed a jumbo loan for a Freddie Mac lawyer, and
A Freddie Mac lawyer.
yeah, and I'm very glad that that's over. Just a couple questions, maybe an hour or so, or a month, and I'm glad it's done.
Way cool. Is that it?
We closed a couple of properties, 101 Riverview Street, that went into escrow for about 10 days or so, and then a little bit longer to close. And then 128 Harbor Oaks Circle just closed also, so we're showing that too. And we're not talking about new ones coming up. Though.
Not yet. Just stay positive.
And then also, we've got a new agent on board, Lori Jacobowski. She's Bill Potter, those that have been in real estate for a while. Bill Potter was the owner of Kendall Potter, and his daughter has come on board with us. She was in Virginia for several years, and then she was the agent over in Monterey, so we'll be working on Monterey.
Yeah, she was manager of the office over there for, what's his name? I forget. Then he went to Sotheby's.
John Starr.
Yeah, John Starr. She worked at John Starr's
Right,
office.
right.
That's cool. She's a nice lady. That's good. And Bill was a good guy.
Yeah, he's on his term now, for those of you that know Bill. He's doing fine, just getting a little older. He and his wife are living in Carmel.
Really, I moved over there. Any other new stories? Good stuff?
Janet Romanowski, my success stories were almost sold out on KB. You remember we put those on the market. They've been sitting with KB. All you have to do is introduce it to the real estate community. And the only one we have left now, the 4 big ones have all sold, 3 have closed. We have the market rate unit left, but they think we're pretty amazing because they were, you know, doing all this advertising all over the hill, and all we had to do was give it to the real estate community, and they did it. So, yeah.
Well, they hired an amazing agent. So. Yes?
And I got 2 escrows closing tomorrow, hopefully, 439 Redwood in Felton and 19119 in Saratoga.
Hey.
Yeah,
We're
congratulations.
both signing off tomorrow.
Yes.
Was there a hand over here?
Why are we new listing, but it's now.
Just 1 second, the new listing. But you know, that was fun, all that positive stuff, because you know, there's too many people around our business who walk around saying, "Oh, I'm real smart. I know the sky's falling tomorrow. I know. I watch CNN and I watch Fox News and I watch CNBC. I know that we're going into a recession." And you know, too many people know the negative. You know, and that's horseshit. You see what you want to see, you see what you look for in this world. So all that positive stuff, we need to talk about that stuff to, to give us the confidence to go forward and to deal with all this.
Yesterday, we had Carol Rodoni in our office speaking, and she was talking about the money over the hill. And you look at it, and I don't even remember the numbers. I mean, it's so staggering about what's over there. So today is the IPO for Twitter. How many new millionaires are we going to have coming out of Twitter? There's just so much money. It's very interesting the way she looks at it is Santa Cruz is that funky, but she said don't take funky as being negative. It's what they want. It's the coffee shops. It's the pubs, the beach, the hiking, the biking, all of that stuff. So, we do this over here. I know they've got stuff over in San Jose, and that people can go network over there. So, cast your net wide. There's a
Yeah,
lot.
we're very lucky
Do you think we should send out a tweet to all of you?
So just, what was it? Oh, I totally had a thought. Oh, I know what I was going to say. It's interesting when we look at the money of positive success stories. The triplex in Scotts Valley at $969, we ended up with 6 offers, 4 of them all cash. So if you don't think there's money out there, and it's interesting, one of them was even foreign money. You get your proof of funds, I couldn't read it. But it's just interesting, there's a lot of money out there. And that's not a property that was just like, oh, this is numbers, and it's pride of ownership, it's having something look good, and people want to spend money right now.
I don't even like when agents say, well, it's slowed down. I say, no, it's quieted down. Slow connotates, negative. No, it's just quieter. Just be patient, okay? But there's only one way to look at the world, and that's positive. Thank you, Jen. Anything else for all of that? Yes?
Speaking of tweeting, I saw something really funny yesterday. It was a bumper sticker, of course, in Santa Cruz, and it said, Twitter, when you absolutely have to talk about nothing fast.
Okay. Let's we'll do tour properties real quick here. Who has tour properties they want to pitch today?
So I've got 2 new listings and I've got the flyers here. So this one, I've had it out for a few weeks, but this is going to be the first open house to the brokers today because we've had an illness in there. So it's 3191 Mulberry Drive, right off of SoCal Drive and Park Avenue. Very nice, quiet neighborhood. 3 bedroom, 2 baths, single level lot, 1,660 square feet, and we're at 649. For somebody that's got a family, this is a great piece of property. And I have some flyers here. Then the other one is on the west side. I'll have it open this morning. And this is on Swift Street, 242 Swift Street. It's a little 3 bedroom, 1 bath. And we've got it priced at $739. It's about 14 to 13 plus 100 square feet. Somebody is already telling me they're going to bring an offer, but it's still available. That'll be open this morning. This one will be open in the afternoon.
Any other tour properties today? Yes?
I got 100 Crystal Oaks Drive in Scotts Valley, 2 blocks off of Bean Creek. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, and the 2 of the master bedrooms are 15 feet by 15.5 feet plus,
Wow.
not including closets.
2 master suites.
2 master suites. They have matching bathroom suites. Each one's got a shower over tub. It's a custom-made home from '67, and the current owners lived there since '77. I'll be on tour this morning, open house Saturday, Sunday, listed at $669.
Good. Tour properties, yes?
Yes, I inserted the wrong date for broker's tour, so it's not on the tour sheet, but I have a listing at 237 Via Novella out in Seascape. It's truly an archaeological gem. Maybe that's what I meant, an archaeological gem. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 2,800 square feet. Via Novella is the last street once you turn down Dolphin. So the asking price is 1.025, and drop on by if you're in that neighborhood today, 12:30 to 3:30.
Which side of streets are on?
Pardon me?
The Ocean View side or the other side, Greenbelt side?
Greenbelt.
Okay.
Yeah. Good question.
Any other tour properties? Okay, then price reductions.
I have one.
Go.
Best price home in Aptos right now, 5003, 506 Encino. Don't let the driveway scare you away, come take a look at it.
Yeah.
2 bedroom, 2 bath.
Let's go to new listings because we have somebody back there that really wanted to do that.
Oh, it just came up very fast. I have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo in Scotts Valley. It's a luxury condo, really carried out. I helped them buy it 3 years ago, and it was really nice then, and then they've done nothing but update it since. And it's gonna be priced for $415. It'll be listed on Saturday, open on Sunday. It'll be on Brokers Tour next week.
What's the address?
Bluebonnet Town Center. Yeah.
Other new listings?
Coming up.
Sure.
Okay, coming up, we've got 125 James Street in the Seabright area. That's a house that really has been rebuilt practically. It was in really great shape when they bought it about 4 years ago, and they almost doubled the square footage. So that'll be on about $920, we're still working on price. We may hold off until just after Christmas, but if they're interested in anybody that may have interest, clients interested in the area, they're happy to show it.
How big?
It's just under 1,800 square feet. And it's a green home. It's really nice in terms of all the custom features she put in. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Also has a little workshop outside, and then has a garage. And
What was it, right?
it'll probably be around the 920 range. And then we've got one coming up at 2050 Huntington Drive, and that one will be on tour next Thursday. If anybody has interest in seeing it perhaps earlier, this Saturday, I think we're going to go ahead and show a little bit. It's vacant. It's really a 3-bedroom, 2-bath?
2-bedroom, 2-bath with a family room that has.
The family room makes the 3rd bedroom. It has a closet in it. Has gorgeous grounds. It has a Japanese garden in the backyard. It has gorgeous gardens in the front. It's on 2 acres. And it's just up a little bit when you go from Wallace on the Huntington, just up on your right. So it's a great property. That would probably be on about 1395 or 1375, right around there.
Any other new listings, right on the market? Coming on, yes?
I have one I just put on Monday. It's in Watsonville, 720 Hill Avenue, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,346 square feet, listed at $380. So if you have any Watsonville buyers, it's a great house to check out. I have one coming up on Gilroy. It's 728 Gilroy Drive. It was on the market in 2006. We're going to have it on the market in 2 weeks. 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 600 square feet. Has like a little separate like office thing, and that's going to come on at $610.
Any other new listings not yet on the market? Okay, needs and wants? Yes, back there first.
3-bedroom, 2-bath rental in Capitola, Pleasure Point, Joe Box. If anybody has one, let me know.
Yes?
I have a duplex buyer, loan pre-approved owner occupied, looking from anywhere from the west side, as far south as SoCal, tops up to about 775. Was in multiple offer situation last week and we lost out.
Okay.
But ready to go.
Any other? Yes?
Not real estate related, I have 16 tickets to the sold-out Eagles concert in January.
No way.
Where's it playing?
Where is it?
San Jose.
That's it.
And these are the first 6 rows?
Yeah, front row, dead center.
You're the man.
Great.
But they're pretty good seats.
No, they're decent seats. They're $103 each. They were sold out so fast that a group of our friends were all trying to buy them at the same time, and we all ended up buying them. It's January 29th. Yeah, Eagles. So whoever likes the Eagles, call me.
Who doesn't like the Eagles?
Yes?
Yes, real estate related, I'm reminding you about my 1.5-acre bath, all single level, lots of parking out front for all employees, 2-car garage. Call me. I have the flyers if you want them.
Exclusives, not yet on the market, needs and wants? Yes?
I'm just going to remind everybody that I still have Slater Ranch, which is 20175 Old Big Basin, and that's the 5-acre ranch property with the New Orleans style little country manor on it, bordering Big Basin State Park, which was reduced to $699. Anyway, that's still available. And then also I've got the house at 400 Wood Road, north of Boulder Creek. It's only 20 minutes from Saratoga. It's kind of a round-shaped house with about 2,500 square feet of redwood decking. It's beautiful, looks very artistic. That was listed at $867. So anyway, those are still available.
Anything else, needs once? Okay, do we have a, did you know?
She's in El Salvador.
A comment that the reason I asked about the insurance is, we've had a couple situations lately, you know, the insurance companies are starting to do their own background check on houses and stuff. We had one couple weeks after they closed, the insurance company, by going on Google, saw that half the roof was shake and half the roof was another material, so they canceled insurance. And they're doing their own permit history check somehow, I don't know how, but we've had them stop a loan on permit history that the appraiser didn't put down or didn't note. And so the lender didn't know about it and it was settling through, and the agents didn't say anything about it. But the insurance company found it, which caused the agents to just erupt that that would happen. But you know, that's the way the world is. But you know, they're doing their own quality control checks now too. So you know, there is in the contract, in the buyer's investigation, and we got to make sure we get our insurance done and make sure we think that through. If you do it right at the end, you're very possibly going to have a problem if it's a unique property with permit history and that kind of stuff. Huh?
I said, watch out Santa Cruz.
Yeah, but they're going in and doing their own quality control checks now, so that's just interesting.
Any particular insurance company?
Yeah.
Not that I wouldn't know. Probably wiped out those cells anyway. Okay, then let's have our speaker. Is our second speaker here?
Hi. I made it.
LGS disclosures. JCP. Says LGS. Oh, JCP LGS / LGS.
There you go. We're
All right, I'm sorry.
We're one and the same. So a lot of you know me. I'm up with JCP. It's good to see so many of you. But for those of you who haven't met Julie yet, this is our new veterinarian, Julie. And so we're really excited to formally introduce her to you and just have her be here. She lives locally. She's always in her background in real estate, 10 years in real estate. She's always here for you. So she's going to be your gal to help you out. With that said, just a couple quick things that if I see familiar faces that you've heard me talk about this recently, but I'm going to go over it one more time, especially in light of what just came up about the insurance. Here's a data note for you guys. Did you know that with the JCP report, you also get a free insurance quote because we're owned by First American. That's one of the benefits of using a company that's a little bit bigger. And we give an insurance quote with every report. Nothing that you're locked into. It's just something. It's an offer basically. It is property specific. So if you have a property that is a little bit harder to get insured, or you're just having a problem on there, it's last minute or whatever it is, that's something that you can secure that insurance quote by calling the 800 number and signing up for the insurance through First American. And it's guaranteed for a year. So no overhead flybys to cancel the insurance a month later. It's guaranteed for the year, like I said. So they can come out later and inspect it even further on the following year. So keep that in mind. We have geologists on staff. They're the ones that put out every single report, so keep that in mind as well. We don't outsource. Everything's in California. Right here for you, the geologist who can help you if Julie or I can't help you answer any questions that you or your clients have. Anything else you wanted to add?
Flood certificates, if you have something that's kind of on the border, let us know. Our geologists, they can check it out and offer a free flood insurance certificate.
Yeah. That's a biggie. We have that question coming up a lot lately, you guys, with the flood insurance issues that are going on and the increase in flood insurance. A lot of people are calling us saying, oh my God, I have this listing and it's showing that it's in a flood zone, but the owner swears it's not. I just got a call last week that there was a condo complex that showed it was in a flood zone per that particular address. What it was a piece of the parcel was in a flood zone, but the actual structure was not. So we were able to give a flood certificate showing that that property or that structure, I should say, not the property, the structure itself, was not some structure that had to have flood insurance. And we gave them a free flood certificate.
And how much did you say your flood
We do it for
certificate
free. We do.
for JCP?
Yep. And like I said, it's coming up a lot lately. So please take advantage of that and call us. It's not something we do automatically with every report, of course. So it does require that you call Julie first, and then she can take care of that for you. And it's within minutes. I mean, it's like immediate.
I got a question. Could you briefly walk us through the JCP process? Just,
sure.
I mean, we've got the marketing process now, but when you get the order, what specifically happens?
Okay, good question. So basically what the JCP report actually is, it's a compilation of any environmental issues that are on that property, as well as any local issues that you may have in the area. So we give all the local addendums, et cetera, so all that's gonna be included. And what happens is literally our geologists overlay maps. They used to do it with the actual hard map where they'd overlay them and they'd pinpoint the property, and they would look at the parcel and actually see what zones that particular property is in. Now, of course, everything is generated via computer, but it's the same concept. We have maps from local divisions, the state, the city, the county, FEMA, hundreds of different local entities give us their maps, and we actually buy a lot of those mapping systems from different places such as NPMS. So when the government shut down, we were still able to provide you the pipeline disclosure that's required now because we had bought that as well. So we still had it on hand, whereas no other disclosure company could do that for you. So I hope that answers your question.
It goes to your technology.
It goes, yeah, it comes
And
to
they-
our.
And they get the APN,
Mhm.
and they say, okay, now we're gonna run that APN against all these maps.
Mhm,
And
exactly.
then you generate a report.
Yeah.
And that's essentially it, right?
That's essentially it. It's an easy process, so they say. I mean, you know, internally when you've got it down pat. And we actually map out the whole parcel, so we don't just do, like, we don't forgive you within a quarter of a mile or near. It's an in or out disclosure. So you're either in a flood zone or you're out. We don't ever say you're within a quarter of a mile of one, because we will actually map that parcel for you so that we can get really specific, and we're the only company that does that, because again, First Americans created that technology, so that's important. And then again, any local issues, local addendums will all be included. Any special needs you guys have, come to us, because if it gets approved by the board or they've requested it, we can add it in the report. We're not governed by any lines, so you have to be careful, because there's certain things in the reports that aren't necessarily necessary. So don't, just be kind of careful, don't over disclose, is the point. So.
Yeah. And another, did you know that we actually take on,
Did you know?
that we take on the liability till the property's sold, 100%, so.
Every single thing in our report is covered.
So basically, a lot of people don't know about this, but as a disclosure company, we take on the liability of the taxes and, everything that's disclosed. So it's important to know that we'll be here in 5 years if something goes wrong.
And a lot of, like, you bring up, what is it? It's just the mapping and things. A lot of people say we really could pull this information ourselves. You could, it's all public knowledge if you're comfortable doing that. But of course, why do that when you have a company to completely back you up 100%?
Well, the liability for that would be
Liability,
unbelievable.
unbelievable.
Exactly. If there's a mistake on the taxes or
Yeah.
anything, I mean, it's huge.
You could see an agent, $18,000 commission or flood zone.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Right.
Oh, no, it's not the flood zone.
Yeah.
$18,000 commission.
$23, yeah.
So if I have a seller order a JCP for a listing package, and then, let's say, the deal falls through, or the listing expires, or if they cancel the listing,
We don't charge.
you don't charge
Nope.
any of those.
We really suggest you guys to order, especially these days, please order at the time of listing. Don't wait. We have so many people calling us and freaking out because something came up on the disclosure report that the buyer doesn't want to be part of. No problem in ordering at the time of listing. We don't expect payment until close of escrow. If it's on the market longer than 3 months, we suggest you get a free update from one of us, just so you have to call Julie and ask for it. We don't do it automatically. And if it for some reason falls off the market or any of the terms that you mentioned, we cancel at no charge, no questions asked.
Even if the
Cancel.
seller cancels.
Even if the seller, it doesn't matter. You could order it from someone else and you decided you didn't want ours, you can cancel it, we won't ask you about it. With that said, you guys, I want to wrap it up. I'm sure we're getting to our
And you
time.
only get paid out of escrow.
We only expect, you can pay up front if you like, we don't suggest it just because if something happens, we'll give you a refund, but it's a total pain for everybody, yourself included, so just pay it escrow, seller paid, so.
It helps if you give us the escrow number and do the escrow.
Yeah, we can bill escrow for you. So all of you that had new listings in the room, we saw your hands and we know the center. We have just something fun really quick. If all of you should have oracles in front of you, and if you have a new listing you don't have an oracle, let us know. So what we're going to do is give away 2 free reports today. So therefore, if you use JCP already, then it's something that you win. And if you don't use JCP and you win, then you can try it out for free. Fill out, if you have a listing, you have more than an industry report. Just anybody needs a listing address and your information and ask for it to have it on hand really quick. Give it to us at the end of the morning. We'll pull 2 of those and give you a free report if you win. If you don't win, we'll still process the order for you if you're okay with that and get that off your hands. So, if you have an order, put it on the order.
Thank you very much. Our contest form, We have your cards for the contest? Anyone jump in? Yes?
I just wanted to ask if everybody is aware of the Bigger Waters Act, the new flood insurance issues. So is everybody
You want to just say
aware?
it briefly?
Yeah, just that the flood insurance now is going to require an elevation certificate. So you have to get one, otherwise the flood insurance will be very expensive. You can't close escrow without it. So now when you're taking a listing on something that's in a flood zone, good to go out and get the elevation certificate right away.
How do you get an elevation certificate?
You have to go to...
Floodcerts.net. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's for flood certs, but there are people around town that do those specifically, and so I can get you the names. There's some guy in Capitola that does it.